Oh, hey y'all, how's it going? Fatty here, and today I'm gonna bring you the top 5 most unrateable hidden rat holes on Genesis 2, and let's not waste any more of your time and just jump straight into it. Coming in at number 5, this one's going to be located at 79.9, 11.1. Now it's going to be right next to this waterfall. It's probably the best marker I could give you to kind of find this one because this one is pretty hidden, but it's going to be right by these cliffs. And this one honestly could be just one of the best Genesis base locations I've ever seen. It's a small crouch point, so you can definitely get some turrets up in there, and you put it on only survivors so people can't really crouch in. And down here is absolutely just massive. I mean, you got tons of room. You could definitely do a good amount of breeding, get, industrial forges, replicators, a bunch of stuff in here. Gen 2 is known for not having like the best base locations, and when I found this one, I was just like, this is one of the best ones by far. It's even pretty easy to get out of. You just kind of have to tech suit up just a little bit or grapple as well, and you can get out, unlike a lot of other rat holes that are a little bit more tricky to get out of. But yeah, this one is just so amazing, so awesome. That's why it's on this list. Coming in at number 4, this one's going to be located at 50.2, 16.2. Now this one's going to be under that little ledge I just showed you, but I'm just kind of showing you around where it is with some of those landmarks. And it's going to be right on this like little lip where it goes from like the next tier to the other one, right at one of these triangles. Now to get into this base is kind of a pain. The best method I did find people kind of doing is just putting a campfire down. Make sure it's like barely touching the bottom. You can kind of hop on it, and then if you kind of keep just jumping, especially if you have a tech suit, you'll be able to get just through there. And it is just massive back here. It is a little bit tricky to get out. When I was watching other videos, or like I've seen this base before, like nobody really told me like how to get out of the base. So I'm just going to show you the best and easiest method to actually get out of here as well. But first, just look at about how massive this is. Everything's out of line of sight. You can even come back here and put a lot of your stuff. This isn't going to be as big as the very first spot I showed you, but it is pretty big. I mean, you're going to be able to fit replicators, everything you kind of really need, do a little bit of breeding, industrial forges. It's going to be enough to really get you set up. So even if you fly around in a tech suit, it's going to be really tricky. And as you can see, you can't really put the campfire along these ledges anywhere else like you did in the first spot to get up. So you're going to have to kind of do something a little bit different. So what I found is the very best method to do is just use a couple ramps. If you get a couple foundations down and you're just able to use a little bit of a ramp just to kind of get to that edge, you can go from a crouching position on the ramp and just kind of glide over here and get out very easily every single time. So yeah, that's going to be the method to get out, and let's just keep moving on with the list. Coming in at number 3, this one's going to be located at 75.7, 27.8. Now this one's going to be right next to this kind of curled up tentacle. Here's just a little bit look around. The really nice one about this spot is that you're really close to a lot of resources. There's silica pearls right below you, lots of metal, lots of obsidian, some crystal as well. So it's just going to be a really nice spot for just kind of getting started out. It's not going to be the largest one by any means. It's probably the smallest one actually on this list, but there's definitely enough room to get down a ton of different things. This is going to be more of an unofficial one because you definitely throw down a cliff plat, put a lot of stuff down there, but it's just going to be a lot smaller. But if you're just starting out and you're just trying to get a spot where you can get some metal, maybe prefabricate a base, this one is going to be just perfect for that. And it's going to be a good one to kind of hold up, maybe put some loot, stash like that if you need to in a pinch. Coming in at number 2, this one's going to be located at 43.6, 16.5. Now this one's probably going to be the easiest one to raid out of all of them, but it's also again one of those spots where you can just kind of get going. Early game, it's going to be super nice just to kind of get a foothold on the map and whatnot. And I personally never come across this one, but it's a lot more straightforward than some of the other ones. It's just kind of this flat area underneath. Now I want to recommend, even getting to a point where you're trying to really put up like a turret wall. You can definitely throw down a couple like heavies, turrets, kind of, I'd angle them right about over here, so it's not just a straight rocket run, or you can't just like soak it really much from the outside. But it's going to be enough to really get you a foothold, be able to farm, maybe even get a Reaper to hide some of your stash and stuff like that. Genesis is really good for just getting started or going to get fabricated for another map or another bigger base spot. Or if you are going to stay here for a little bit, there's also a little tiny area underneath here that you can always throw out a couple carbs for breeding and stuff. Just that early game raid stuff that a lot of people are looking for. Coming in at number 1, this one's going to be located at 44.5, 16.5. Now this is the one that I have never really seen used before. It is definitely one of the smallest ones, but it's also one of the most hidden. If I was coming to Genesis, right, I just wanted to start up some metal, use my tech suit just to make things go faster, get that easier harvest, and then starting on another map or something like that, This would probably be the one if one of the other ones weren't taken, right? Like the first one, that first one is just pristine. But in here, I would just do it because there's not going to be anybody to be able to see the flames of forges or anything like that. It's just really hidden. You can kind of tuck everything out of the line of sight. It's not going to be one that you're going to be able to put down a ton of turrets and like fortify like crazy. But it's, again, one of those early game rat holes that are just really going to get you started and kind of hold your footing for the next map. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what your favorite dinosaur is down below if you made it this far into the video, because I'm going to be doing one that, what does your favorite dinosaur say about you? So I'm just kind of curious what people's favorite dinosaurs are, so leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.